Fuck bitches, eat ass, everybody smokes grass. Fuck bitches, eat ass, everybody smokes grass. Yo, you gotta lay a beat up.
I know.
Fuck bitches, eat ass, everybody smokes grass. Fuck bitches, eat ass, everybody smokes grass. Come on, Aaron, eat ass, everybody smokes grass. Fuck bitches, eat.
You know what I was thinking? I was thinking of in Wolf of Wall Street where they make the noise. It's like, yeah.
Boys, let's just be DJs. Let's quit our job and just be DJs living in Ibiza.
Is this how we're going to start the podcast, boys?
We could. Screw the mic test.
Episode 56, boys. Do we just
56.
leave the mic test in the beginning as well?
It's the behind the scenes.
Behind the scenes. You never see what
Let
happens.
us know if we should just be DJs.
I think we should. We should give it a go.
I wouldn't want to be a DJ. I would want to be a music producer. I
I'd
feel like
be fucking so sick.
I feel like being a DJ is a bit fucking cringe and gay.
Yeah.
Like,
I
for
don't think it's
example,
cringe and gay if you're making money, but I get it's also
DJs
like
don't make money though.
oh, but
Producers make money.
no, you're right. But the DJs when they get their residencies, that's when they start making dollars. Like so, and what's
They
cool?
don't even make dollars, bro. I think from what I know, it's like $100 an hour.
No, not with the residency. The residency is when they throw it back. Like the Vegas residency is the biggest one, and people will get like 40 million for 2 years.
What?
Oh no.
To be a DJ.
They're not DJs. They're producers. They're like Avicii, like people that make their own music.
Yeah, but
That's not
he's
a
still
DJ.
there doing it live. Someone else isn't playing his music. You know?
Yeah, but I mean, a DJ is when you're playing someone else's music versus
You're right in the sense that because the writer gets a fat cut. That's why like there was issues I think in the Beatles because two of them wrote like all the songs and the other ones just played them.
Oh really?
Yeah, there was a big thing with comedians on Spotify because in with songwriters, musicians, they would get paid double if they wrote and sung the song.
Really?
So they'll get paid as the artist and as the producer. But comedians were trying to argue, yo, we should get paid double because we write the jokes and say the jokes.
Do they write the jokes?
Well, some of them don't. Kevin Hart wouldn't
yeah.
write a single joke in the last 20 years, but
Yeah.
like,
What do they
Schultz
mean by
and-
getting paid double? By who? So what's the split up?
well, it's like you get paid as the producer and as the artist.
But comedians have like a set fee, right, for shows?
Oh, no. This is because some of them put like albums on Spotify.
Oh, okay.
So they get
okay,
plays. Yeah, I
see.
should have explained that. Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
It makes sense because imagine if you're just a standard DJ.
Yeah.
So you go on, you play ABBA, it's like every single one that we'll see on a Thursday night.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Versus if you're someone who makes you make
You
that song.
are ABBA.
Yeah, like not ABBA, but like someone much smaller, but you made that song.
I think being a DJ would be really cool if you're like 18, 19, 20.
Yeah.
But as soon as you become like a proper adult, it's a bit, I don't know.
It depends if you're
Questionable.
making money. The reality is like, not bitches, females, women,
Yeah.
lovely, sophisticated ladies love fucking DJs.
True.
If you look at DJ decks where there's a good-looking DJ boy and he's up there, he's always got bare women around him because they love I think DJs get exposed to a lot of different people. The issue is when you're DJing your mate's 20-second sick beach party and it's like you're there with all this techie equipment, your MacBook Pro sat on the fucking laptop stand and this $3,000 deck and then there's 10 people dancing around and you're just doing the slight knob changes, you know what I mean?
I'm not gonna lie, I've always thought DJing was pretty gay.
Really?
I think producing is so sick.
Producing
I think
is sick.
if you make your own beats and people love that shit and you can go to an audience and people can get into it, I think that's awesome. I don't really see why it's cool to play other people's music that you already know is good.
I think it's a lot easier to be a good DJ than it is a good producer. So the majority of producers out there are absolutely trash. So I think that's why you got to think about it like that.
It's also a different skill set because in hardstyle, especially like in raves, you have producers that suck at DJing and you have DJs that suck at producing. So you have some people that like you would never listen to them on Spotify. Angathis, for example, he has no Spotify views, but he's always like the key time in these like raves because his music is so fucking banging.
Right.
And he knows how to make music for a party rather than music for you just walking around.
So you mean like he's a better DJ than he is producer?
Exactly.
Right.
He's better on the spot than he is back home, like when he's making it for people that are just at the gym or whatever.
Okay. Well, they have their value.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure. And you need to have them, but I think it's a bit lame.
Do you know what isn't lame?
What?
Fucking Melbourne. We just came back from there. It's a city in Australia, not Melbourne. All you fucking Yanks
Melbourne.
out there.
Melbourne.
I hate it. The worst thing is when you hear, because Americans get taught how to say it correctly, and they're like, people are like, oh, okay, say Mel, and then say bin, or bun, or something like that.
Bin.
And then you hear like, the Americans like, yeah, anyway, so it's like Melbourne. And it's like it just still doesn't sound right, but I appreciate them not saying Melbourne.
Yeah, they're trying.
Yeah, exactly.
I kind of like Melbourne.
I hate
It's kind of
Melbourne.
funny. I want to start saying
I
it.
really like Melbourne.
Let's go Melbourne.
Yeah. I would never go to a place called Melbourne. But Melbourne, fucking fun time, bro. So we went there with a few boys. I mean, what would we say the highlight is? Like brunch, maybe?
You already
The
know my
food is
highlight,
fantastic. The coffee is amazing.
The food is so good. The coffee is so
It's
good.
a very artsy, like chill place, I reckon. I
Yeah.
found out, I had a hypothesis that I think was proven correct by the end of the trip, which was people from Melbourne are just taller.
That's fucked.
Like
It's so cooked.
the women, the men, you saw, like you weren't shocked when you saw a 6'3" dude in Melbourne.
Yeah, I did
There's
not
just a
feel
lot of
tall in the slightest in
Yeah.
Melbourne. I'm sure you felt the same, Baz. The girls were tall. It was cooked.
Yeah, I mean, saw there was a lot of fit girls, and I'm into tall girls.
Yeah, exactly.
That's had an
That's
erection the
on.
entire trip.
yeah.
There wasn't enough coat hanger space when I was trying to hang a shirt, and I just hung it on the end of his dick. It was fucking fantastic. Thanks for that, brother.
Oh, good man.
Yeah, me and Baz, we went. So we all had a bit of a wild one where on the second night out, first night out was a bit of a wash. We go out, it's really exciting. We're going to rooftop bars and shit, but I had 4 hours sleep. Some of the other boys had as well. So my motivation was low because I'd been walking around in fucking Vans all day. So my feet are cooked. So tired.
Were they the only shoes you brought?
No, I had some fucking Addies.
Oh, nice.
I brought as well.
Nice.
But, I was just wearing the Vans. And so I wasn't that hype on it. We saw some places which looked like they could be cool, but I was honestly ready to just fucking pass it in, right? The next night, completely different. I had great sleep. We had some beautiful brunch. You know what I mean? Shout out to you, Middle Southeast.
That was so good.
Banging
South
food.
Middle East.
South Middle East, that one.
That was heaps good.
So we do that, but then when we go clubbing, we start at a rooftop bar, which is such a vibe.
Yeah, for sure.
Now, Aaron and two other boys were very keen to leave and go to the club at fucking 7:30.
No, it was.
PM.
We wanted to go at like 10.
Six-
We wanted
six
to get in because
you can say the truth. The truth is just as lame. 10 p.m.
Yeah, but the thing that you missed was the night before we tried to get into a club. We could not get into it. I was craving a fucking dance,
Yeah.
a nice little boogie. We couldn't get in because we're a group of fucking 7 guys.
Yeah.
Which is apparently a thing in Melbourne. In Sydney, it's so easy to go clubbing.
In the rest of the world, it's a thing where it's like if you rock up with just boys, unless you're a group of gay guys, and you're going to Berlin and they'll let you in or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you just rock up with guys, you're not what the club wants.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Another reason why Sydney is the best fucking city in the world.
Yeah,
See,
but the
okay, but
nightclub was so exclusive and it felt cool when we did get into one.
I did not feel
Objectively-
cool in the club that we did get into.
The thing is, Aaron, objectively, Sydney doesn't have a good nightlife.
Yeah, it's
Like,
pretty horrible.
The reason why you can get in so easily is because they take who they get. And it's like you're very rarely
I think the
gonna have-
ratios are fine in Sydney nightclub.
Yeah, sure, but you
nightclubs.
rarely get a full nightclub in Sydney.
They're
And
also
if you do, it's like for 30 minutes, and then it.
yeah, you're thinking of the one nightclub, and I wouldn't like that's probably the biggest nightclub within 5 square kilometers of that area.
And I love it so much, I'm going tonight.
No, it's fantastic. It's a great nightclub. Shout out Bungalow 8.
Yeah, I was about to say you can say Bungalow
Yeah,
8.
sponsor the podcast, but I that's not indicative of Sydney nightclubs anymore.
Yeah. Which
You
is
know-
fine, but I still want to be able to get into a fucking club because the kind of club that we did get into isn't my normal kind of music that I listen to. It's right up Baz's alley. It's right up James's alley. It's not up my alley. It's so far down my alley, it may as well not be there.
Let's tell the story, right? So to give context to people maybe in Australia, so Australia shuts earlier, just in general, even Melbourne. You compare it to Asia where, people are having dinner at 10 p.m. and that's like completely standard. In Sydney, kitchens close at 10 p.m. usually. So
way earlier.
in the city, I've noticed.
Maybe if you go to a pub, it'll close at 10. But like, I feel like you can't sit down after 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock.
What?
Yeah, maybe. Well, no, if it's a popular restaurant, they might be booked out. But yeah, anyway, my point being like, everything shuts early.
Yep.
And Melbourne still is somewhat like this. It's better than Sydney, but we're used to nightclubs where at 3 o'clock there's no one on the dance floor. Now, I knew this going in. I think Baz knew this going in, and Aaron and all the other boys probably did as well. But the night before scarred them a bit.
Yep.
Melbourne starts going hard later.
Yeah.
So we rocked up to a rooftop bar at maybe 9 o'clock, something like that. We're having a few bevs, and then they were saying, let's go to the club. And I was thinking, bruv, I'm not going to pay club prices from 9 p.m. till 4 a.m.
The reason is we wanted to get in. It'd be so much easier to get in at that point.
I don't think it would be
Yeah,
because
I don't agree with that.
we
either.
went
There's no
to-
way we
we
don't
went to
know
this
because we didn't
Collins
do
at
it.
10:30.
Yeah, we couldn't get in.
Out of
No, but
curiosity,
that's my point. Like we were going is half an hour going to be the difference?
It
between-
could have been.
like so
we don't
just
know.
just to give the timeline. So they wanted to leave around 10, and then I was saying like, there's no way in hell I want to leave it around 1 or 2.
The problem was we weren't enjoying that fucking rooftop bar.
Well, yeah. So it was very clear that you guys weren't enjoying it.
Yeah.
Why didn't you guys just go on your own?
Because that's the thing. The other guys got a bit annoyed at you for this because we came in a group and you were suggesting, "Oh, just leave."
Yeah,
Just go
because
without
we were
us.
having such a blast in that. How good of a time were we having in that bar talking to the Asian ravers?
Yeah, no, I think you're a bit classist, Darren.
I don't think so.
Just because they've got a little bit of a like bogany accent doesn't mean that they're bad people.
There was
mate.
nothing wrong with their accent. Nothing wrong with
What
they're
did you
dressing.
first say to me?
I
They
can't
sound a
remember.
bit
Yeah,
Western
I think-
Oh,
Sydney.
did I really?
Do you actually not think you're classist?
You're definitely classist.
I was about to say,
not-
surely you're aware of that.
You're not as classist as Chris, but you're very classist.
I don't.
You almost cried when you found out we were on the Western Sydney line.
I did not almost cry.
You're right, you teared up.
No, it's not a class thing. It's a level of education. They sound uneducated.
Well, how did you even think that? You didn't even talk to them.
I did talk to them. What do you mean?
But you didn't ask them like, "Oh, do you have a degree?"
No, but they sound
And
uneducated.
the people that are in those like events are usually all like fucking what are they?
PMs and shit.
Yeah,
MDs.
yeah,
What
they're all
events?
They're
We're at a
MDs
rooftop
on
bar.
MD.
Yeah, I know, but
The
they're
man
all-
had a
they're all
fucking
ravers.
man bag. What do you call that? A
No,
satchel.
they'd just been to
Not
the
a satchel.
carnival.
Yeah,
Which is
no,
like a big
a week
hardcore.
beforehand.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you
what do
gotta,
you
you gotta
mean?
take out.
Yeah,
right?
but
That's
you,
like-
you're still
that's
you
still in the
get
mood.
changed since that day.
No,
You're not wearing the same clothes.
It's the
Meaning
same
like
bum
they were
bag.
going to the same events.
Bum
that-
bag, thank you. That's
They
it.
were going to the same events that the Asian CEOs do, MDMA kids.
Yeah, but not everyone that goes to these kind of all these events are like successful. There are a lot of
Didn't
drug
your
dealers.
friend-
most of them, most of them are.
I call
Didn't a
count.
bunch of your friend from,
Yeah.
from your high up consulting firm go there?
Yeah, but not everyone who goes is successful. There are a lot of fucking job kicks,
I
bro.
think you'll be very surprised, bro.
You think everyone that goes is successful? You think
No, I
those
think-
guys we were talking to with the fucking bum bag on the Saturday night were successful?
I wouldn't be surprised if all of them had a degree.
Having a
Not just
degree
one of
does
them,
not
but
mean
all of
success, bro.
Yeah, you said uneducated though.
Yeah, but
Just
anyone
a
can have a
bottom
degree as well.
Think about what's the difference between getting maggoted on Friday, Saturday at a pub
Yeah.
versus like going out.
It's
once
the
every-
bum bag, bro. Who has a bum bag in their
Are we
fucking
not gonna
mid-20s?
address the fact that Aaron refuses to talk to anyone who doesn't have a degree?
Yeah.
That's not true in the slightest.
I'm just gonna glaze over that.
No,
fact.
that's not true.
He doesn't ask if they
bro,
do.
You should see
I
when
do
Aaron
it
walks
for
past
you.
the Centrelink building.
Yeah.
He
Oh my
turns and
god,
refuses to look.
guys! I spoke to them. I tried.
Aaron's
I really
the
did.
classist pedophile.
It wasn't me.
Okay.
It wasn't me that got mad that
So
night. It
once
was the
again-
other boys,
once
but I
again-
was siding with them.
You guys want to go at 10. Me and James want to go at 2. Why don't you just go until we join you?
I got to give pushback here because you still do that, Baz.
What?
I'm very much in pretty much any part of society because I'm someone where I like to move at my own pace, and that often means that I'm late to shit. And
Yep.
I'll never say, you can fucking check the Facebook messages. I'll never say, wait for me, I'll be there, and then make you guys wait longer. I always say, go ahead, I'll meet you there.
Yep.
Because I don't want people to be waiting on me. And then like at the thing, like, you know, I've got longer hair than these boys do, so my hair takes fucking yonks to dry. And I'm like, boys, you just go ahead, I'll meet you at the fucking, the ting.
Yep.
And they're all like, no, we're not going to leave the boys. But then still get annoyed at me when like it
We didn't
takes
get annoyed
longer.
at you.
Oh, some
Oh yeah,
boys did.
but that's because we
Maybe not as annoyed as with
when,
Baz.
when you're
but-
leaving the home to the first drinks place is very different to like there to the club.
Sounds like you're making excuses because it's pretty much the same thing.
The other thing is that I knew that if we left to the club at 10, we are going to go home at 1.
Yeah, that is true.
I was 100% sure of that. Like you guys weren't even having a good time clubbing. So I was just like,
Bro, I stayed for 3 hours.
yeah, okay. I think you were probably having the most fun.
I
but the
tried
other
so
two were-
hard to enjoy it because I knew
Yeah,
it was a
no,
Melbourne
and
experience.
Bro, it was very clear.
But I tried fucking so hard.
So the funniest thing was we go to a bar. Aaron's sister's in the bar, and they straight up tell the club. Yeah, sorry, we left the rooftop bar. And to give context, like the other two boys were clearly like they weren't even embracing the situation. Like you could tell, like this is the shit time. I'm not gonna. You're not
I
gonna
refuse
prove me
to be
other-
happy here.
Exactly.
I'm not.
It would be impossible.
I need to go to the club so that I can go home and say that I went clubbing.
I think one of them really tried in the club as well. I can't say names.
M or E?
Yeah, M.
Oh, apparently he was putting. He said he was putting it on. I
Yeah,
don't
but
know.
still trying.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway,
Not bring down the vibe, you know.
So we go to a club trying to get in that everyone says is really good. Aaron's sister is in there, so we know that foreigners are allowed. That's not a slide on you being 1/16th Japanese, Aaron. I was meaning more Sydney siders. But Japanese are allowed as well. Not Aaron though, because we rock up and they say, "Oh, it's actually only a local thing. We've got an international DJ. Only the locals are allowed in." And we're like, "Bro, this guy's sister's inside. What are you
It
fucking
makes no
talking about?"
sense. I was like, what if I get girls to come out? He was like, still no.
Yeah. Then we walk down the street. There's another club. We fucking say, "Oh yeah, can we come in?" He's like, "Sorry, mate, we're about to shut in 15 minutes." Baz looks up at the fucking the place on Google. It shuts in 3 hours.
Yeah,
It's such
that
cow.
was jokes,
Then we're like, all right, there's a place called Cloud9, which we'd heard about through these other guys from South Australia the night before on the night out, right?
Yep.
And we literally said, okay, we're splitting up into groups. We can't rock up with 7 boys again. So I'm like, okay, me and Baz will go up ahead. You boys come in, 2 minutes later or something like that. Sneaky tactic.
Yep.
Then we get in, it's $25 cover fee. We get it, but you can't hear the music yet from the cover fee place. We walk around the corner. I'm like, yo, this shit is hype. And then I immediately think, Aaron's going to fucking hate this place. And I'm turning, looking at the door. I see Aaron walk in and I see him give me the dirtiest look like, oh my fucking God, I paid $25 to get in here. Yeah.
$30, bro.
Was it 30?
I think so. It was
No, it was 20.
Oh, okay.
25.
Yeah.
Well,
Either way.
We paid 25 at least.
Okay, yeah. Sorry, continue.
Macedonian and apparently I'm Macedonian, which I'm going to accept.
I've still got that on my Insta bio.
Yeah, me too. I won't change it. I'm going to now adopt Macedonian into my lifestyle. I'm going to claim Alexander the Great. Anyway, so we're all at the bar. It's taking a while to get drinks. And I'm lying out my teeth, but I'm just trying to do anything to make Aaron not say, screw you guys, I'm going home.
I wasn't going to go home.
Yeah, but after he spent $25, ain't no way he's going home. He's going to get at least an hour of
I'll get an hour in.
You got to see, like, his face was like, so I want to die right now. And so I was like, no, I bet you upstairs it's going to be good. Upstairs it's going to be mad. But I was saying it in kind of like there's no way it's going to be mad upstairs. Like, no, I'm sure like upstairs, it's the wildest night. Let's go, guys. And Aaron's like looking at me like, oh, fuck off. Then we walk up the stairs and like the first song played is like Call Me Maybe or something like that. So it's like and Aaron's literally like, oh. Like,
it was so mad. I've got a video of us going up the stairs and Aaron being like, holy fuck, this is really good.
Yeah. I wouldn't say really good. It was just the kind of music. It wasn't Call Me Maybe. I'm not that white girl. But actually, I take that back. I would go hard on fucking Call Me Maybe. Anyway, it wasn't that great upstairs. It was just music that I can listen to.
That's the thing. The vibe was so shit upstairs, but the music was more Aaron-y style.
Yeah.
I go downstairs, leave the group to take a piss and fucking hit a cheeky vape, right? I'm like waiting in line because it's taking ages because there's only 2 toilets and people doing cocaine. You know what I mean? This is what happens. And I'm hearing the music and I'm like, yo, this shit is pumping right now. And to give like, what would you describe that? It's like deep house maybe with a bit of fucking just reggae house. Like, just there's words, there's heavy fucking bass drops. It's really good in my opinion.
But the drops weren't that heavy. They were really chill, housey drops.
So I wouldn't say chill. Chill's not the right word.
They're not hard style.
No. Yeah. They're not happy hardcore going 200 BPM.
Exactly.
But like they were good to dance to and shit. You could 2-step, you could hit a fucking boogie, you know what I mean? And I'm texting the boys like, yo, we got to go downstairs. It's fun. Yeah. But there's no reception. So I'm like, all right, I guess I'm going back upstairs to Canterville. I get there and I'm like, to Baz secretly, I'm like, mate, we have to go downstairs. This place is so shit.
Yeah.
And Baz's like, I know. And then I don't think I even had to convince Aaron. I was just like, oh yeah, do you reckon we should go downstairs? And you were just like, yeah.
I was just going to follow the crowd.
Yeah, and so
I didn't want to be a fucking. I knew that you guys would know I'm hating my life, so I didn't want to add to the fucking buzzkill vibe,
That's fair.
So I was just gonna follow the crowd.
And so we're going fucking hard, dancing for ages. I could tell that one guy dropped off first. I was actually proud of you for not being the first one to obviously drop off.
Thank you, boss.
The one guy was way leaning into it too far, had sunglasses on, like he was on acid surfing or something like that. And
it was quite funny to watch.
Yeah. But eventually it gets to about 3:30 and we're like, they're all like, yeah, we're going to go. And I'm like, okay, now it's time to go. Because me and Baz, we're going to go to a club called Revolver. Get to in a second.
Yeah.
Right afterwards.
You know how that started?
What happened?
The reason that we left at that time, or we started, I needed to piss so fucking bad, and there was no chance I was waiting in that fat line. So that was the reason why I left.
Really?
Yeah. So I was like to one of the guys, oh yeah, I think it's time that I'm gonna go. I didn't even say for him. And I was like, oh yeah, I'll come with you.
Yeah.
And then ipso facto, we all left.
I feel you. Before we go into the next club, there is something I wanted to say. It was a strange thing because in the downstairs area, it was kind of weird. I was trying to get
slippery area. Yeah. Huh? It was a slippery area, right?
Yeah, it was a slippery area. So I was trying to. I was doing my boogie and stuff, and I saw a cute girl. So I was like, I'm gonna get her number, right? So in Melbourne for the first time. Yeah. So I was like, yeah, I want to get her number. I go up to her, pass her my phone.
Do you know what the issue is? I feel like people always tell the stories bad when it's their own story.
Yeah.
Allow me to tell the story.
Yeah.
Okay. So Baz goes up to this chica, gorgeous, right? She's like, 5'10", he's perfect.
Do you remember
height,
the
same?
Yeah. Like beautiful blonde hair. I think she was English, had a nice tan.
No, she's brunette.
Oh, she was brunette?
Yeah,
okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
But so anyway, so he goes up to her, he's hooking up with her, right? Things start getting a bit frisky. He starts fingering her on the club, right? Now, this bitch was soaking. You know what I mean? Like, they had to put one of those yellow signs that says caution, slippery when wet. Down. Yeah, exactly. Right? And then the thing is, she says, oh, let me give you my number. He goes to pull out his hand, but his fingers are so wet that as he pulls it out, it shoots out of his hand, hits the DJ on the head. He gets fucking furious. We all get thrown out of the bar. He doesn't get his phone back.
Yeah.
I hate it when that happens.
Bro, is there a solution to shit like that? Like, how could it be avoided? I have no idea.
There is one way.
What is there?
Yeah, you can get specially made phone cases.
Fuck off.
Yeah, they have ultra
Like
grip,
retarded?
flame
Special?
resistant, water resistant, semen resistant, fucking everything resistant from a website called puppythis.com.
Fuck me dead.
No way.
100%,
Tell
no
me
lie.
more about Puppy This.
Bro, they're 100%. What was all the lies I just said? They're 100% recyclable.
Biodegradable.
Biodegradable.
Bro, the Earth's, what's the sea's rising? What's that Pussy Nesso song?
For all I know, is the sun is shining. Yeah, we
Biodegradable options.
Biodegradable
Fuck
options.
me.
There's no way there's a flex option.
There
Flex.
is like flex leave, bendy cases.
There's a flex option.
Fuck, what does that mean?
There's also, you support local artists.
Fuck off.
Yeah,
You're a cunt. There's no way you can get fucking mountains and shit, you know?
All right, yeah, you can get all sorts of pictures. You can support local artists. There's so many different reasons why you should get a Puppy This case.
Could you get a custom image?
Yeah, of course.
So could I get the picture I took of you fingering the girl on the dance floor as my phone case?
Just message Puppy This and they'll sort it out.
No way.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yo, that's procurement right there.
And you get 20% off if you use code MILKBUCKET.
Not Milk Puppet?
No, MILKBUCKET.
Milk bucket.
Jesus.
20% off.
Well, boys, you know what to do. Click the link down below. Here's that fucking puppy sponsorship.
Click the link down below, boys. Now, onto Revolve.
Revolver.
That's the one.
So it's a bar that I'd heard from my cousin who's lived in Melbourne
I think
for ages.
bar's the wrong term for it.
Sure, it's an establishment.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's a venue.
It's unlike anything I've ever seen before.
Exactly. And so we rock up there. We have no idea what to expect. I'm already like kind of ready to pack it in because it's 3:30. My feet are
Were
still
you
hurting.
kind of ready to pack it in?
If the situation wasn't, I was at a point where my risk tolerance for a bad vibe wasn't that high.
That's crazy.
So it's kind of like if the line was fat and we were going to wait 20 minutes to get into a place that charges you $80 tickets, I was just going to go home. But we get there, we get in real quick. It's $40 a ticket, which is a bit exy, but we're in Melbourne, fuck it. We walk up these stairs into what can only be described as a Berlin sex dungeon.
Yeah.
Like, shit was cooked. It had fucking all these EDM stages. It was like grungy, really dark. Bro, it had fucking like comfortable furniture just sat in this big room.
Just couches everywhere. So if you just wanted to sit down and chill for a bit, you could just sit down.
But
and chill
not
for
at
a
like a nightclub where it's like around the edges. It was like they had a room where they could have
Inside.
easily had another DJ deck and
bit.
have a third
They had
dance
a
floor.
DJ deck there. It was insane, bro.
No, I'm talking about the one next to the bar.
Ah, okay.
They had the R&B room, or not the R&B, the D&B next door.
Yep.
But so they had this room where, because apparently it closes on Monday.
Oh,
So it
we were
goes
in
like the
we were
entire
there
time.
on Saturday, and
Yeah.
it closed on Monday at 7 a.m.
oh, I see what you mean.
Like the music doesn't stop.
Okay.
all
But
the way
they,
till Monday.
they literally had this room dedicated to like, yo, if you're rolling too deep and need a fucking place to sit for a second, come here.
Damn.
You know what I
the
mean?
club does.
And like, they're not shitty club couches. They were so, you sink into them. You're like,
Is
think-
it
yeah,
like
I think
semen
it's-
stained?
No.
I mean,
no,
it might
it's,
have been,
it's,
but
it's
I
the
didn't
middle
go
of the
with-
club. You wouldn't be able to have sex and not be seen.
I'm sure that doesn't bother a lot of people.
yeah, but the seckies
Yeah,
would
that's
still
true.
be like, come on, big man.
So there are seckies and stuff there?
Yeah.
They were, but to be honest with you, they were seckies for like appearance.
Yeah.
Oh, that's such an interesting question because the seckies there are not like high-vis jacket, like walking around like fucking power creeping. They're literally like, they've got like a, what's it called? They got like a little lanyard on that says security. And then they felt like they were there to help you. Like you
Right.
could ask them for some water.
It
or
was
you-
like
you know?
the difference between rave helpers at a rave and the police outside.
Exactly.
Like the police are trying to do people in. The rave helpers don't really give a fuck. They just want you to not die.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And in this place, it was like a maze. I'm not gonna lie. If you hung up scary decorations and chucked a serial killer in there, you'd think it was a haunted house or something because it was like so dark and gloomy. There were twists and turns, all this shit. We go outside to the smoking section, and you go down this fat staircase, and it's just in this outside area with a corrugated iron like roof,
And it's just
over the top.
packed with people.
It's packed with people, and it literally just has like iron fence going
Yeah.
either side. So it's like a little, like a cattle pen where they chuck all the fucking cows in, and we're just fucking chatting with cunts. Like it was such a different vibe from anywhere in Sydney.
Oh, shit.
There wouldn't be a place you could compare it to. I don't think.
And it's like 4 a.m. We walk in, we go to the first room, which is DMB, which DMB isn't many people's favorite. The room is packed. We can't walk in.
Yeah.
It's a huge room, bigger than the whole of the common area of this apartment.
Yeah.
And it's packed at 4 a.m. We're like, what the fuck? It's like, it's heaving. You have to squeeze your way through. I've never seen anything that's like that, bro. It's just, who has ever been to a club at 4 a.m. and it is just, you cannot
To
even
give
squeeze
context,
through.
Aaron's going to a place called Bungalow 8, which in Sydney right now is probably in top 5 clubs. I'd be willing to say in terms of like poppiness right now. Obviously, if Ivy and Home start throwing big events, they'll win because they're just bigger venues. Yeah. But we were there at 5 o'clock, and there were more people there at 5 a.m. than there would be at peak hour at Bungalow.
That's fucked.
The peak like 15 minutes at Bungalow, where it's like full outside.
Yep.
The outside area is probably the size of this D&B room. It was like that at 4.
That's fucking cooked.
I've never seen anything like it.
It was crazy.
Melbourne things.
The vibes were so good, and like you couldn't dance at a single place for more than 5 minutes without the person next to you fucking shaking your hand and like introducing himself. I was like, I've never had this before. What the fuck? The person next to you dancing is introducing themselves in a D&B room where it's like fucking thumping music.
I've never been to a D&B rave, but sounds interesting.
D&B is one of those genres that Baz loves, but it's not popular here like it is in Europe and the UK. So like, I don't think you would have ever been to a place where D&B was the main thing and it was good.
Nah, never.
Which was so cool.
Yeah.
It was such a wild experience.
Shall we move off this Melbourne trip?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
I've got a little game I want to play.
Okay.
So, if it's shit, we can move on. Who cares? But, essentially, the premise of it is everyone has their bad days. And sometimes they deserve a second chance.
Okay.
Now, I want to pit you two together to see who's Don Draper in this situation. Who's the best marketer? Like, you know, a 10 to 30 second pitch.
Yeah, let's hear it.
Now, in this scenario, you guys are going to be defending questionable people.
Yep.
Now, Baz, your client for this day, who you've got to try and make the public realize, you know, he's not that bad a guy, is Bill Cosby. You know what I mean? And Aaron, you got OJ Simpson.
Okay. Okay. I got it.
Okay, Aaron got it?
Yep.
You cool to go first?
Yep, absolutely. So, do we need the timer or?
Yeah, how long do you want?
20 seconds.
20 seconds.
I don't have that much stuff to talk about
okay.
OJ Simpson.
Okay.
For context, before you start, I don't know that much about him besides obviously what he was arrested for or accused of.
Look, accused.
Accused.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
Allegedly. That's the word we're going to be using a lot today. So you got 20 seconds.
Yep.
I think the magic word, the secret word, will be whoever wins. So you guys got to vote for who defended a criminal best.
Okay.
Ready?
Wait, are we lawyers or are we marketers?
You can be whatever you want to.
Just making them sound good.
You've got to appease the public.
Yep.
Okay. Ready? Go, Aaron.
So what I really want to focus on is the entertainment factor that he provides. So people have hard lives. You know that, right? So people go home from the day, they struggle. They want to make sure that they're doing better than other people. What do? Maybe they watch NFL, which he was a great athlete in. I'm pretty sure, like 90% sure. Additionally, the court case. How many people were distracted from their own lives when this court case happened? It was all over TV. They found out about the fucking Kardashians, all this shit. It influenced so many people in their lives. How many people would be watching the Kardashians right now on TV if it wasn't for OJ Simpson?
How many people have a wife that they fucking hate and they're like, well, at least she's not
that's my pitch. I don't. That's my pitch. I don't need challenges.
This is the pitch.
Okay.
How many people laughed at it?
Look, I like it. Strong argument.
I don't know how long that was, but I tried to go as
seconds.
quick as I could.
30 seconds.
I'm ready to go, mate.
All right, you ready?
Yeah.
Go.
All right, so I'm here to talk about facts, guys. Fact.
Talk about
He
facts.
was accused of what he did. But guess what? He got let off very recently. And you know, sometimes people are going to be enemies. And in this business, you can't have an omelet without breaking some eggs. So at the end of the day, we're trying to think about that this way. Firstly, he's a black producer. We're all about Black Lives Matter here. Are you about Black Lives Matter?
I am about Black Lives Matter.
Are you about Black Lives Matter? That's what I'm talking about. We have someone who wasn't even put into jail for anything. He came out scot-free and he's got a great TV show. What's the wrong?
Would you say that the justice system was asleep at the wheel? Maybe because of a pill he gave them.
I was about to say, how
It was
crazy
funny, he
is it
did
that
time.
Yeah, but he got out scot-free.
No, like he did like 2 years or something.
Oh, did he?
I think he might still be in jail.
In prison? Or in
Oh no, he got out recently, and there was this whole thing like he was walking out and he did this like move like he was dodging a bullet or something like that.
Did he actually?
He's playing into it. Yeah, I think he got out
fuck
because
me.
of medical things or something. Like
No, I think they threw away his case.
He did like at least 2. I think.
I think that it was just allegedly. Like I said, bro, you can't eat an omelet without breaking some eggs.
Okay, Baz heard this quote yesterday in the movie. He absolutely loved it. He said it was the movie Fired Up, which we have watched together back when we were 13. It was in that. Baz fucking loved that movie.
There's a great pair of tits on the screen right now.
Oh, dude, that's not on the Netflix version.
Is it not?
No. So I was telling Basil, dude, wait for this. They fucking cut out the tits
Do
scene.
you remember that was literally the entire reason why we watched the movie with fucking was Oliver and June? Was it?
Jono.
Oh yeah. That was we literally because
She's
Aaron
the
was
man.
like, "There's tits in this movie."
Oh, that was the reason.
And that was enough for a 13-year-old boys to watch it. It's like, yep, that sounds fucking good to me.
What size shoes do you have again, Aaron?
It varies. I'm like 10.5 to 11.5.
10.5?
10 to 11.5, yeah.
I promise I'm not lying.
How did you miss
I'm
that
a 9 to an
fucking
11.
cue?
Wait, what?
How did you... One second. How did you miss that cue?
What was the cue?
What size shoes do you have?
I just told you. What is the fucking cue? What am I missing here?
I bet you're a size 7.
Oh, 11 in Crocs. Oh, fuck. I'm sorry. That's
that
so
from the
disappointing. It's from the movie.
God.
Yeah.
He literally said, "He's my favorite quote."
Yeah. No, he was like, your shoes look a bit small. What are they? A 7? I'm size 10. 11 in Crocs.
10 and a half.
That's a quote.
11 in Crocs.
Yeah.
What were you saying, James? What's your shoe size?
Oh, I was saying, I promise this isn't a joke, but my shoe size do vary between a 9 and an 11.
Yeah. It's a stitch up.
9/11.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
Convenient.
Look, I wasn't responsible. I was 2 years old when 9/11 happened.
You're 2 years old.
No, I think 5,
4,
wasn't it?
yeah.
Oh, yeah, 4. I think, I remember it happening.
Do you?
Yeah, I have a very vivid memory. It was fucked. It was the first big memory I can remember still to this day. And it was because I was very annoyed that ABC Kids didn't have cartoons on.
Yeah.
And they just kept replaying the fucking plane going in. And I'm like...
They were playing that on ABC Kids?
No, because there was no ABC Kids back in the day. It was just ABC.
I want to watch my fucking cartoons.
Bro, and I'm like, yeah, we get it. It kit. What are we gonna learn by it going back and forth?
Speaking of Crocs, what do you guys think about their return?
I don't think they're
I'm not a fan of it.
Wait, you don't think they've returned?
No, people like doing silly shit. It'll pass.
Wait, but you know that it is a trend now. It is back.
I know that. No, but there's a difference between a trend that will stay. Like skinny jeans was a trend for guys, but they've stuck around long enough that I don't think they're gonna ever be straight up out of fashion the way they used to be.
Right.
Yeah.
Like skinny jeans used to be you're a gay guy if you wear them.
For sure. Yeah.
And now it's like every fucking bloke has those kind of things. In fact, it would be weird if you started wearing really baggy jeans.
Yeah, baggy jeans is a bit how you're going nowadays.
Yeah.
I just don't like the bootleg ones.
The bootleg, yeah.
There's 2 types of jeans I don't like. The first one is straight cut.
Yep.
With like no tapering at all. Like you're a fucking serial
Straight
killer
cut
if you
is
wear
you're
that.
waiting for marriage to have sex.
Bro,
Yeah.
that shit's
It's like
so fucked
your
up.
mom still cuts your hair.
Yeah, and then the
But
second
not in
one,
like a trendy way like Aaron, like a fucking bowl cut way. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
the shit like a bowl
You're a
cut.
farmer.
That's what straight cut legs are. The next one is those funnel jeans. You know,
Funnel?
Flared jeans.
Flare
Flare,
jeans. That's
right? Yeah.
They're not for guys, they're for girls.
They're for girls.
Either way.
Girls look sexy in them.
No,
I don't
they
like
do
them.
not.
No, but well,
That's cat.
My ex used to wear them.
I know.
I don't like them.
You don't think it look good?
I never liked them. I was just like, please just wear skinny jeans.
Wait, F
When
or
girls
C?
got
See,
when girls got a
fuck
bit
is
of
F?
ass when they wear that.
Fiona.
Oh, whoops.
Fiona Tran?
My bad.
Who the fuck is Fiona?
It's one of my friends.
Yeah.
Did you fuck her?
When did I date one of your... Anyway.
I can't believe I mixed
He
up
did it
Aaron's
for
ex.
Jono.
Oh.
I want to tell you something that happened.
Yep.
This is a real conversation, right?
Okay.
So I was saying the other day, we were just having dumb conversations, dumb chats.
Yeah.
So it's me, Aaron, and this chick. We're all just chilling at the
Oh,
apartment.
yes. This conversation.
I said, if a dog fucked a cat, could you actually have a cog or a dat? Like, would it be like genetically possible for them to like have
Wait, did you call it a dat?
a cog or a dat?
Dat.
Dat.
That bitch.
No, yeah. Well, if it's a female, sure, that bitch.
Cog or a dat.
But so the girl says, I mean, maybe there's wolfins. Wolfins being whale dolphins. Aaron, oblivious to the fact that wolfins exist, says, "How did a wolf fuck a dolphin?"
So I want to provide my side story. She said, okay.
It was quite possibly the funniest thing I've ever
How
heard.
did a wolf fuck a dolphin?
I want to provide. I need to provide my side here.
It's a valid question.
She didn't say wolfen. She said wolfen.
No, she said wolfen.
I heard wolfen.
The thing is,
You heard what you want to
in
hear.
your
Yeah.
defense, Aaron,
Yeah.
I had no idea what the fuck you meant by
Yeah.
dolphin.
So, and when I said that, I knew it wasn't fucking. It couldn't happen. A wolf could not fuck a dolphin. That's why I'm asking.
But-
how the fuck did
But
a
would
wolf fuck
your
a dolphin?
first mindset be like, it's clearly not a wolf and a dolphin?
Yeah.
Wouldn't that
I
be the
thought it was
first
made
thing to
up.
think?
I thought it was made up.
Baz, can I put it to the jury for a second?
Yeah.
You being the jury. Do you think if you thought something was completely cat, would you say, how could a wolf fuck a dolphin?
Yeah.
Or do you think you might say,
What the
oh,
fuck
fuck
is that?
off, what are
Yeah,
you talking
I'd
about?
say, what the fuck is
Now,
that?
if you were genuinely curious, like, oh, I wonder, might you say, how could a wolf fuck a dolphin?
Yeah.
How is it physically possible?
But even if you said that, it would be fucking hilarious. How could a wolf fuck a dolphin?
Just think about the logistics for a second.
That I agree. How I don't know how it would be done.
I spoke to James later about it. How it
yeah?
could be done. You get a scuba suit on the fucking wolf. Like imagine like a fish tank on the wolf's head.
It's one of those SAS trained dogs.
Yeah. They go underwater and then they do the D.
Some stiffer
possible.
dogs, some fuck dolphins.
The other thing you're forgetting, the elephant in the room, if you will.
Yeah.
Fucking wolves can swim.
They can't go underwater.
They can swim though.
True.
Like humans can fuck underwater, as we've seen on the TV.
Yeah,
We don't
But
need
to
to
be
go into
fair, I don't, like, could you fuck while doggy paddling?
I could.
Doggy style.
I could.
But who said that it had to be deep water?
That's
We've
true.
gotta get deep.
Guys, I recently found out that the myth, that the fact, or not so fact as I found out, of dolphins like raping people is a lie.
Wait, what?
Haven't you heard the fact that dolphins have raped people?
What the fuck is this man talking about?
You haven't heard that? Okay,
No, I know. There's things at Disney World where like you see a dolphin like thrusting. Same thing with seals and shit.
Dolphin is fucking
Yeah, because they're the only other animal that actually finds
Fucks with
pleasure
pleasure.
from sex.
I don't know if they are, bro. I've seen dogs fucking hump my leg. It looks like they're having a good time.
Dogs are like a 13-year-old boy. They're not doing it for fun. They need to do it.
Yeah,
They
exactly.
physically can't exist unless they bust.
They look like they're having a good time. I feel like this is a fucking meme that only dolphins and humans enjoy sex.
I don't know, dude. Speak to the scientists.
Have you had a dog
To be fair,
pass your leg?
you know that there are animals which literally have spikes on their dicks to stop the female from escaping.
Yeah.
So once they
I
get
think
it in,
wolves.
that's done.
I think it's wolves.
Maybe.
Like, I know that wolves. I saw this documentary with Chris because he used to claim to be a lone wolf. And by
Oh,
the
yeah.
way,
Hashtag Sigma grind
yeah,
set.
by the way, if you think that being a lone wolf is cool, you should watch a documentary about lone wolves. They are the most depressed. They're essentially like the wolf that nobody likes. They shun them out of the crowd, and then they're left to like have this miserable existence where they just fucking eat the leftovers of whatever the fucking pack doesn't want to eat.
Yeah.
So this lone wolf was fucking one of the chicks that was in the pack of wolves.
Sauce.
And so the lone wolf comes, and what happens when the wolves fuck?
literally?
Yeah, when they fuck, they wrap their legs around each other, and then they get stuck on each other for 30 minutes.
Wow.
So they fucked. He came. They wrap each other, their legs around each other, and then they can't unwrap. So the rest of the wolves found out, and they were like, "Oh, getting pissy at the fucking woman for fucking the lone wolf."
So how do they get out?
They can't.
Like they're stuck forever.
They're stuck for 30 minutes.
Wait, and then like the timer goes off and suddenly the spikes go away?
Like 30 minutes. After 30 minutes, they can relax their legs. They can go off.
This is so weird. I want to fact check this.
No, I believe it.
Dude, 30
Animals
minutes
are cool.
exactly, then boom. They're fucking good.
When he said 30
time's
minutes,
up.
he means around 30 minutes. You know what I mean? He's not saying specifically at 30 minutes the spikes retract. Like
No,
a fucking
they've got an
tiger's
egg timer
claw.
on their leg.
Oh, dude.
They wrap for Aaron's sake, they have a little egg timer there, and it goes ding, and they can fucking go away.
Oh, man.
Aaron, I've got a question.
Sure thing.
So in a hypothetical scenario,
Yep.
if you were gay,
Okay.
what would your perfect man look like?
That's a good question.
Like, what would be the guy that...
Femboy.
Give
but
us a
describe it.
specific.
Yeah.
specific.
Oh,
I assume we're all going to do this.
Yeah.
Yeah. Skinny dude. I wouldn't go for like the jacked.
Really?
Yeah. Like probably like artsy, a kind of vibe.
So like a skinny painter.
Not necessarily painter, like indie. You know?
Oh, okay. So a skinny band player, maybe.
Yeah,
Lead
that,
singer.
that kind of thing.
Would he be
play
tatted or
tatted?
I don't know.
Big
Maybe.
dick.
would he be tall? Oh, sure.
Wait, would you be the dom in this situation?
Yeah, because he's fucking skinny boy.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
I mean,
enough.
what about you?
But okay, honestly, I'm not into guys.
Yeah, me too. Sorry.
What the fuck? He's hypothetical. Was this set up? Did you guys know that you were both going to do this?
I thought about it today, and I was like, I thought about it on the way home.
I was like, there's no way he's actually going to give us a man.
Bro, it's a hypothetical.
I thought about it today on the way home, and I was gonna do it on Baz, and then I'm like, oh fuck! If I throw it to Aaron and he starts describing a guy, it doesn't work as jokes. And then I was like, oh Baz, let's get Aaron with this.
Fair enough. Well played.
Well, if there's any tall, skinny, artsy boys, you know where to go.
Still not gay, but Basil still fucked a ladyboy.
After that, I'm more than okay to have that rep.
Boys, if you got paid $100,000 for every suck you did of a dick,
Yep.
how many
100 grand.
$100,000, right? How many sucks would you do? But we're talking like proper sucks, so not just the speedy ones where you're just going real fast and you know, nothing's happening.
Like slow, deep.
Yeah,
throats.
you got to do the deeps.
Yeah.
But at any point, if he comes, so if he just nuts in your mouth, you don't get any of the money and you've just got cum in your mouth.
Oh.
How many sucks do you do before you call it quits?
I'm not going first this time. Fuck you guys.
I reckon Aaron goes first.
No, but let the person who enjoys it the most go last. That's fair.
Sure. All right. So I would say the thing is you can tell when a guy's going to come.
How?
Like you don't your balls like fucking tighten up.
Let's say
I've
this
never
guy's
noticed that. Maybe.
This guy's a stone comer. There's no indication.
And
it could be in 5 or it could be in 500.
No one comes in 5.
No, but in this scenario.
But some people do it.
Oh, I see. So you don't know when it's coming.
Exactly.
So that's the challenge. Okay.
And the worst thing is losing fucking millions of dollars sucks. Getting nut in your mouth as well as losing lots of money sucks a whole lot worse.
I'd probably just do like 10.
Make a mil?
Mil.
Make a mil. Is it tax free?
Yeah. He pays the tax, but not out of your sum. So if he gives you a mil, he'll pay the 500,000 out of his own money.
Gee, she's paying a lot for this blowjob, bro.
Just to maybe not come.
You know what game this reminds me of?
What's that?
That game that Steve will do it plays where it's like it starts from
and
it like slowly goes up and it could lose it at any time.
The gambling game, Aaron, where it's like it starts at like $10 but slowly gets high. Yeah. Roulette. Yeah.
Roulette, yeah. Hey, did you guys see American Pie Beta House? They have the Russian roulette, but instead of a bullet, they use horse semen.
Yeah.
How much would you have to fucking be paid to play that game?
I don't think you have to be paid. I think would you play it or not?
Okay, here's the question.
I would not play that without being paid.
Wait, so if there's 6 people and you're in a frat house, you're going to say no.
No, what if it was like, I'm pretty sure, correct me if I'm wrong, Aaron, wasn't it to get into the frat? It was like hazing?
It was it was at the very end. It was to win like the house competitions. I don't know. They were like competing. The different sororities. Wait, not sororities. What's the frats? Yeah. It was the frats competing and it was the last challenge.
Okay, let's say hypothetically you're doing this as hazing. So you're already expecting you're going to have to do some foul shit. Would you play it to get into this like Kappa Sigma?
Yeah, because I'm getting something out of it. The way I heard Basil describe it was, you wouldn't just play that normally?
Yeah, like if it was like in a frat.
He's in the lady boys in Thailand.
If I was in a frat, I'd play that shit. I'm not going to fucking sit
just
aside
for fun?
No, like
because once you're in the frat, you don't have to play it.
Yeah, the hazers.
But I think you can't just sit out.
The people who are in the frat don't play it. It's the people who are trying to get into the frat.
You know they make all the like the gross games you got to do in like hazing. So it's like, you got to eat a fucking onion that's covered in piss and stuff. I think Logan Paul's mate, what's the word for it? Like the little guy?
Yeah.
George?
No, it's Dwarf Mamba.
Yeah, Dwarf Mamba.
Oh, yeah.
He said that when he went into a frat, he had to eat an onion covered in piss and hot sauce and stuff, right?
Oh, geez.
But so let's say the scenario is you have to suck a guy's dick, right?
Yeah.
You're already in the frat, but you're the lowest level. So they say to you, pull out your dick. We got to see if this pledgee will suck your dick.
Hell no. Hell no. That ain't
I think don't explain it.
If I'm in the fucking group.
Be real bad. So you'd say, hell no, suck my dick.
Hell no. That ain't happening.
What's the game called where you ejaculate onto a biscuit and the last one to ejaculate out of the group has to eat all the biscuits?
Oh, I've heard of that shit before.
Soggy Seo?
That's so
that
fucked. And surely you don't have to eat all the biscuits. Surely it's just one.
That's what I've heard. Yeah, you have to eat everyone's biscuits.
Do you reckon you'd be alright at that?
No, I'd be shit.
No, because the pressure would make me last forever.
Yeah. The thing is, I can usually come on demand, but I feel like in that time, it would be too much pressure.
Yeah. Although, it sounds like we both have that. So maybe everyone is going to last forever. And then no one has to eat it.
No, I mean, some people will definitely be able to come.
The thing is, reality is like, if you're standing in a circle jerking off with 10 guys for 10 hours,
Yeah.
you're probably going to eventually get gay enough that you just want to eat a cookie. You know what I mean? It's a pretty homoerotic experience.
Yeah.
So you guys must know that Coachella's happening at the moment.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it happened, yeah?
No, it hasn't. There's 2 weekends.
It's 2 weekends.
Is it 2 weekends?
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
The
So
thing
more
is-
slutty pics coming.
Well, the thing is with Coachella is that I can't help but feel that all the girls that are posting all these videos and photos, they don't look like they're having that good of a time.
No, I don't think so. I've heard
We're going for the photos.
Are you guys agreeing with me?
I've heard people, Dom Mazzetti, fucking shout out Jim Jesus. When he did his show 9 PM, they did this thing where it's like they drove down to Coachella and then went to Coachella. And he was talking about how the night before they went to Coachella, where they just went bar hopping, drinking with locals, all that kind of shit, just having a wild night, was way more fun than the actual event because you get there and it's literally a massive field of just chicks taking selfies and shit.
Bro, that's
and it's
so
like
depressing.
People aren't actually vibing with the music in the same way as like other festivals.
Maybe. There's
Bro,
only one way to know, though.
I'm very keen to go.
Yeah.
Based on the photos that you saw,
Yep.
do you feel like people are having that much fun?
My friend who went had a great time. And my pen pal right now who lives in America is there and also at it right now
She had
this
a
weekend.
success?
Yeah, she's liking it.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
If people are going there and having a good time, that's fucking sick.
Yeah.
There will be people that do that, but it's just, I think LA is superficial in general. Like I've never been to either, but I would be willing to bet that people in Miami have more fun at nightclubs than people in LA do. Even if you compare top nightclub to top nightclub, just because the way everyone describes like the LA elite is they're very elitist.
Yeah.
They're like Aaron on steroids.
Oh my gosh.
You know what I mean? They would never talk to a checkout.
Like the people in Fiji that were from LA weren't saying that at all. They said that some people are like that, but there's a lot of locals and a lot of chill people.
Yeah, locals maybe, but like LA is a very transient city. Like people are coming there for a reason. It's like people are going to New York to make bags. People are going to LA to be famous.
They call them transplants.
Yeah, exactly.
Apparently. That's what we learned in
What are
Fiji.
transplants?
Transplants. The people who come from a different city to live in that city.
I wonder what they think about people living in LA that have nothing to do with the fame part. Like people that are just going like if we
Like
went
the
to
people
LA.
we met.
Huh?
Like the people we met.
Yeah,
Just regular people.
No, they're from LA.
What about the people
that
who are
are
coming in?
People that are coming from London.
Yeah.
That are just going there just to work in fucking recruitment.
Yeah.
I wonder if they call them a transplant as well.
I don't think you would have. Surely you wouldn't have that many in LA, just because LA is not really a business hub.
It is. It's not
No,
like there's not that many celebrities when you compare it to the population of LA. Like it's a very it's still
LA isn't that big. It's like 5 mil.
sure. There's maybe 50,000 influencers and celebrities, or 100,000 influencers.
Yeah, but it's not about the amount of actual.
Like the vast majority of people are just normal people.
It's not about the blue check marks. It's about the amount of people trying to be blue check marks, and it's also about all the people involved in the industry, like agents, lawyers, all those kind of people.
Yeah.
Like I surely if you look at who's bringing in the most money, it would have to be the like NorCal fucking San Francisco people, right?
Well,
Like
yeah,
all the tech
SF, there's a bunch of fucking tech people.
Yeah.
Like that's primarily tech, yeah.
Like they rose a shithole into like some of the most expensive real estate in the world.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, speaking of all these Coachella picks, I had this question. I think I asked James this before we went to Melbourne, but I'm not sure about my answer still, which is, would you buy your wife tits?
Yes, I would.
That's going to require some thought. I don't know what.
Like if she
Depends how they are.
So she's your wife.
Yeah.
So
So how are they currently?
As in like, say they're decent.
Because I don't think bigger is necessarily always better.
Yeah, but she's insecure about them. So she
3
wants to
Ds.
have,
I don't need Ds.
No, they're like C's,
Yeah.
like normal
But
size.
No, but it's not even just about that. It's more about if she wants them, which means she's going to feel more confident and shit.
Yeah.
And as we all know, when a woman feels confident, it's far more fun for you as well.
For sure.
Why the fuck can't she pay
That's
for them?
No,
facts. No, this is that's the question though.
I'm going to let her do what she wants.
Yeah, I know, but the question is, will you pay for them?
Why would I pay for her
That's
surgery?
the fucking question.
For some reason in my head, I'm
So is that
imagining I'm doing far better than the woman.
No.
No, they're just equal.
No, as in, like, would you buy your wife tits?
Fucking donation.
If
That's
I no, if I'm
Is she going to pay
equal-
for my hair transplant?
No, but is that a no then?
Yeah,
No,
I'm not paying for a fucking.
If I'm equal, I wouldn't do it. If
Yeah.
we're equal money, I wouldn't do that.
No.
Nah, I'm
Because
imagining
if
I've got
she's-
some young bimbo who wants to.
No. If she's on some shit like, oh, like they're for you to enjoy as much as they are for me to
Nah.
enjoy.
Nah, fuck
Nah,
that.
that's
You guys are
She
both
can
saying
afford-
no.
Because if she leaves, there's nothing for me. I can't take half the tit back.
Yeah.
And recoup half my investment.
See, I don't like having the common opinion, but I'm with you guys from the start.
Yeah. No, it's. I think it's. It
Well,
was
I'm,
more
I'm,
like.
I'm from a completely different angle. Like I'm doing it more because I prefer the natural look rather than the.
No, I do.
tits.
I do as well. But I'm thinking long term. Like if you're with your girl and you've been with her for 20 years, like natural tits are going to start looking worse than fake tits.
Well, yeah. Firstly, it's the age thing, but or if it was extreme, like if they were extremely small or extremely big.
Yeah.
The thing is, when you see girls who do it right, where they get like D's, like it looks really fucking good these days.
I know. It's
Like
always
all the Dr. Miami does fucking wonders. You know, like they're just out there making fucking fantastic tits.
Yeah.
There's a guy in Noosa that does them for $4,000. And they're fucking,
Shit.
they're fucking good, bro.
Is
I've-
that TikTok advertised?
No. I follow on Instagram.
I don't believe that they're that good. Then
No. There's a lot of big celebs that go, like not celebs.
go to Noosa?
Instagram models. Instagram models that, that go to
That's
Noosa
so
and come
random.
back, yeah.
Australian Instagram models.
Yeah, quick
all
trip
the
to
American
Noosa.
ones go Dr. Miami.
Yeah. These ones, yeah. So I feel like a lot of the Australians, maybe the Miami of Australia, like the Florida of Australia, is Queensland.
I mean, it is.
Yeah.
Florida's definitely Queensland. You've got all the racist people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's where all the people land on boats.
It's funny how Queensland is both Florida and Tennessee.
Yeah, the thing is, I don't think Queensland is a party spot like that. Like Miami,
Oh, no, it definitely is in like Brisbane,
Gold
like,
Coast.
Gold Coast.
Brisbane
Yeah.
and Gold Coast don't hold up to Melbourne.
Only one way
in
to find out.
in a different way. A Gold Coast would be a lot more of an Aaron party. Melbourne will be a lot more of like a hardcore nightclubber.
No, we're looking at that because we got into that club. Like Melbourne is notorious for having whatever you want in terms of like you can have live rock bands.
I can see
You could have live hardstyle. You could have like all this shit. Like there's not enough population, especially Gold Coast. Gold Coast is a place where it'll be fun when people come there, like for schoolies and stuff.
Yeah.
But when people don't come there, it's a fucking dead zone.
I think during the holiday periods, it'd be fantastic for nightlife.
Oh yeah, for sure. But like Miami is like on a Wednesday night in the middle of winter.
Yeah.
It's still like bumping.
That'd be so sick, bro.
When Schulte moved to Miami, he was like, they said the lifestyle got away with them, away from them. Because they're just out there eating amazing food. You know what I mean? They've got all these different people, like Latin people, Haitian people, Jamaican, Cuban, all this kind of stuff.
In Florida?
In Miami, because it's right at the tip of Florida.
All right.
It's probably one of the places I'm most excited to go in the US.
I've been there. I remember the food was fucking sick.
Were you there when you were at clubbing age?
No. I was 16, bro.
Shit, yeah.
But it was still, I remember like Miami being heaps good. And we went to the parks in Orlando. Shit was so fucking. Like,
Orlando or Miami?
Orlando is where the parks are.
Oh, yeah. So, okay, yeah. So you went
Orlando's pretty cool. It's the perfect weather. It's a retirement village, like a massive retirement village, but the weather is fantastic.
Apparently, it's where
which is why people retire there.
It's where all the New Yorkers go when they get to 60, apparently.
Interesting.
There's a stereotype that like all the Jewish families, like their parents will move down to Florida. And they'll eventually follow when they get old enough.
But yeah, because I went in winter and it felt like the best Sydney weather.
That's the thing. I think
crazy.
New York is too harsh on old people.
Yeah. It makes sense.
It's too cold for your bones and stuff.
Yeah.
I remember thinking in Florida that there is a lot of old white people.
Yeah.
Like there's just there's more of them than I've seen in any other city in the world. Like
that's why
old white people aren't that high of a demographic, but over there it's just like everyone.
That's why I think like the state itself doesn't appeal to me, but that one city, Miami, because it seems like it's not the same.
It's like old people in St. Ives shopping village.
Yeah, it sucks.
Where it's like there's so many of them. You're like, holy fuck! Like, I'm in a fucking.
And think about it, the vibes of the suburb are fucking horrible.
That's very, very niche to who's going to understand this in the podcast.
But do you agree with me in St. Ives shopping village? It's all old people.
Yeah, it is.
It's fucking crazy, eh?
I want to talk about something that's happening. I don't know if you guys know much about the Johnny Depp Amber Heard trials.
No, bro. Please explain.
Yeah, it's been popping up on my TikTok.
I've been seeing so much of it. Who's accusing who?
During the Me Too movement, Amber Heard accused Johnny Depp of being abusive, hitting her, all this kind of stuff. And then Johnny Depp there's a lot of school of thought, especially now, that she came out because of the Me Too movement. She's just trying to like get some clout, you know?
Yeah.
Because they were separated at the time. Or they were in the process of getting separated. Then it came out that Johnny Depp was saying she hit him, she did all this kind of stuff. Like she was also abusive.
She hit him?
Yeah, like she was just as abusive and
also,
manipulative.
for context, Johnny Depp, like everyone dropped him, except for the perfume brand that he's sponsored by. But Pirates of the Caribbean dropped him. No one wanted to work with him. There was all this stuff that came out.
I can't remember
after
all
he got
this
accused.
Yeah. It was during peak, I'm pretty sure peak Me Too, where it's like, if you got associated with it, you're done. Like, we're not going to get with you. But then all these tapes came out where Johnny and Amber were talking and he's like, you hit me. And she's like, I didn't hit you. I slapped you. She's like, you threw a book at me. He's like, oh, you're such a poor little boy. Like essentially her just completely owning to, no, this was separate. This is like, I think he might've been secretly recording to get some shit. But we're in viral and people are completely on Johnny's side saying Amber's a crazy bitch. The trial that they're having some kind of trial. I don't know if it's criminal. I don't know if it's against Amber or Johnny. Who the fuck knows? I know it's popping up on my TikTok. Footage from the trial. Shit is so fucking funny. It's so entertaining.
I've been seeing it. It was a little bit stale. Not gonna lie.
No, I think you got to see some of the right ones. Like one of them was, I assume it's a character witness for Johnny. It was one of his mates, and the whole thing was just so random. It's like, oh yeah, and Johnny said like, there's this really nice house, and I'm like, oh, it's fantastic. And then Johnny says, that's it, I'm gonna buy it. And he's like, what? No, you can't do that. He's like, yeah, I'm gonna buy it tomorrow. He's like, when am I gonna move in? He's like, tonight. And he's just essentially bigging up his mate to the judge, like just talking nonsense for no reason. Then the funniest thing was what I saw today, where every time Johnny was on the stand getting like talked to, but by his lawyer. You know, sometimes you can bring up your own client onto the stand to like say, what was the situation?
Yeah.
And essentially he'd be like, the lawyer would ask a question, Johnny would be like, yeah, so we were at the house with one of her friends, and the opposition lawyer would say, hearsay, Your Honor. And he'd be like, so anyway, we were there and, you know, this happened. Hearsay, Your Honor. And it just kept happening. And it got to the point where Johnny Depp would be like, anyway, I pulled out a bottle of wine. Oh, okay. And he would like do like, oh shit, he didn't say hearsay. And they keep going. One time he got fucking pump faked. He literally said, I poured the glass of wine. And anyway, hearsay, Your Honor. It was just so like, and it got to the point where he does the last one of the TikTok clip and the guy doesn't say hearsay. And he's like, oh, okay. Like, fully acknowledges it. Everyone in the courtroom's laughing. Like,
really?
Judge Bird is laughing.
Sketch comedy.
It's like, what is this? Is this a real thing?
I'm gonna go through and watch that. That sounds
so
hilarious.
Fucking jokes. Like this is the lawsuit of two very wealthy people with probably millions on the line.
What does Amber do?
She's an actress as well.
Is she as successful as him?
Nowhere near it. She was in Aquaman.
Wait, which one?
She was the main girl in Aquaman.
Oh, what? She's hot as fuck.
Yeah, she's hot, but
Fucking Johnny
she's
Depp.
fucking crazy.
That's insane.
Do you know
How
what
long
it
have
is?
they been married for?
It's Jada and Will. It's like
Jade is not successful, is she?
exactly. Jada did a few movies back in the day, but she dated Will. She's with Will Smith. They've got goofy kids, and so people know who she is.
I would
But
say
Will
even
is the bread
Jaden
man.
Jaden is more successful than Jada, surely.
Oh yeah, probably. Not like no one thinks Jaden is talented, but like he's
Oh, bro, some of his movies he's done have popped off.
like what?
It's more rapping
Karate
and
Kid.
music.
Karate Kid.
No, that sucked.
I
Karate
liked
Kid?
it. But
Oh,
dude,
bro,
he's
it was
very
rated
popular
so much
music
worse
wise.
than the original one.
So yeah,
He's very popular music wise.
he's got music. He
Not
does some
very
movies.
He
right?
is, bro. Icon Living, that shit blew up.
What do you
I
think
got
his
the icon
monthly?
living.
What do you think his monthly listens are?
I have no idea. I could not. Okay, wait. Let's. Check.
I don't know what it is.
Yeah,
but I'll
yeah,
check.
yeah,
What
let's
do you-
check.
what do you
Surely
think?
a million.
Yeah.
I wouldn't call a million popular. I would say if he's got more than KSI, then sure. Because
But KSI is fucking like he's trendy now.
yeah, but I still don't think he's like popular in music.
My guess
Popular for his
is
other
2
shit.
mil.
Baz, you look up Jaden.
Yeah, easy. 7 million.
Shit.
Okay, so he's got more. KSI's got 4.8.
Yeah.
And he's got 302 million views on his biggest one.
Is that Icon Living?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Icon.
Icon. Yeah.
I wonder if that's TikTok. Was that a TikTok
No,
sound?
it was before TikTok.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Fucking props to the boy.
Bro, guy's successful.
But like my point being, none of these people are anything without Will Smith being there because
Yeah,
he is
for sure.
the bread and butter
sure.
of it all.
Yeah,
and I think
yeah.
it's the same with Johnny Depp. Like Johnny Depp was one of the biggest fucking stars for a long time.
He
I would
was.
say still is.
He hasn't
hasn't
really
been in
done
anything,
anything in a
yeah.
long time. That's
But-
the issue.
Because he
Oh,
got dropped by everyone.
This is the thing.
Well,
I
and the
always
last
thought it
Pirates of the Caribbean kind of sucked.
He wasn't in it.
No, oh sorry, the one before that.
Wait, he wasn't
Oh.
in the last Pirates. of
No,
the
because they
Caribbean?
dropped him.
Who was it? Wait, what
It was
the last
young
one?
Jack Sparrow. It was like a prequel.
Oh no! To be fair, I loved that young one.
Yeah.
There was a sick scene about him. Oh no! I'm thinking about the one that had him. I'm thinking about the one where the fucking Spanish guy was in it.
The Fountain of Youth.
The guy,
Oh.
yeah, the Fountain of Youth.
No, that one sucked.
No,
bro.
not the Fountain of Youth. But
Yeah,
it's-
I know what you're
it's
talking about.
The one that was like the guy entered into that tunnel, and then it was like the dead man's cave, and then he died. It's a haunted cave, and then he
The
became.
one with all the coins.
No, that was
No,
the first
no,
one.
that was
I know exactly what you're talking
original
about, but I don't think Jack Sparrow, Johnny Depp was actually in that.
Oh, was he not?
It was just the young Jack Sparrow. I could be remembering completely wrong, but I feel like Johnny Depp himself wasn't in it. It was just the
feel
young
like-
version.
Yeah, I feel like Johnny Depp is quintessential
Yeah.
to Pirates of the
He
Caribbean.
does it so well.
Like we watched Batman the other day, the new one. Spoilers alert, boys. I fucking didn't like it. I feel like
I thought it was
I feel
very
like
well.
Christian-
I thought it was really good.
Well, I think Christian Bale, having him in as Batman for the trilogy with Christopher Nolan, I think that was a mistake because I can't see anyone else as Batman. It's just he played the role so fucking well. He embodied Batman.
I'm not gonna lie. The thing I liked most about it was Bruce Wayne. So again, spoiler alert. Just fucking skip 5 minutes. We're probably not going to talk about it for that long.
Yep.
I think Bruce Wayne, if you were to think about who he would actually be, like not in a character book, like you're trying to make it as real as possible, he wouldn't be this suave, sophisticated dude with both his parents dying at a young age. Like I feel like he would end up growing to be a bit of a weird guy.
Yep.
And you looked at this one, Christian Patterson or whatever the fuck his name is. Robert Patterson. He looked like what I would imagine someone whose parents got murdered in front of him at a young age but still had money would look like. Like this weird kind of recluse, still has money, but like is a bit off. You know what I mean?
I completely agree.
Yeah, I thought it was really good. I thought the action scenes were pretty good. I thought the Batman, like the issue with the Christian Bale Batman voice, I think, is it's so like dry throated that it's almost like I don't want to hear him talk.
Yeah.
I want to just see him fight shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, and this maybe sounds like having a
Oh, here we go.
I think that he was the worst thing about those movies.
Hey! Yeah, Heath Ledger carried
Batman.
it, bro.
Yeah, I
The
think
Dark
it was
Knight.
Bane. I think it was fucking the Joker. Like the first one wasn't that memorable compared to the other two.
What was the first one? I didn't even know it.
Batman Begins.
I don't
Bro,
remember it at all.
We were literally talking, Baz, after the movie, Baz was saying, like, you know, in the first one, he goes and trains and he does that. And then he says, who's the bad guy in the first one?
Ra's
And
al Ghul.
yeah, well, I told you that at the time. But like that
remember now.
kind of stands to the point where it's like, the first one wasn't that memorable.
I'm not a villain guy.
Oh, bro.
I
but
feel like
the
you're a
two-
villain guy.
The
I'm
two
not- I'm
ones
not a
you,
villain
the
guy.
two ones you remember, like properly.
No, I really like Batman Begins. It's one of
But
my
you didn't know
favorite
the
movies of
bad
all
guy.
time. Yeah, because I'm not about the bad guy. I'm about Batman.
But that's a huge part of the show because he's fight. You can't just say, "Oh, I loved that movie." Who was he fighting against the entire time?
No, because it's like if you watch, for example,
It was
like
Liam Neeson, I
Avengers.
think.
Yeah, if you watch Avengers and you see all the fucking sick characters, it's like maybe you're the type of guy who actually is more interested in the reason why they're fighting.
No, but if you watch
for me
Star
is-
Wars and don't know who Darth Vader is,
Yeah.
I haven't watched Star Wars.
But okay, if you're watching Avengers and you don't know who Thanos is, you're like, oh, who are they fighting against?
Yeah,
like-
see, I'm a lot more invested in the Avengers than I am into Thanos.
Yeah, but you can't be invested in the Avengers if you don't acknowledge who Thanos is, because otherwise he's just a big big purple dildo.
No,
you know?
it's like Fast and the Furious. You don't need to know what the fuck they're doing. You just know that they're driving fast cars and fucking hot chicks.
I think the Avengers is made far better than Fast and the Furious. I'm not gonna lie.
for sure.
I
I
think they're
love Fast and Furious.
Both great movie series.
Yeah.
For different reasons.
I think they're on different levels. Like you look at the money they brought in and the budgets and all that kind of shit. Like
The thing is,
they can afford to waste money on 2 Ant-Mans because of the money Avengers made.
You got to remember that family is everything. And you didn't learn that in
Corona.
Avengers, all right?
You kind of did. Boys, I did the impossible recently.
What did you do?
You had an Impossible Burger?
No, that's gay.
Oh, fuck that shit.
I would
That's
never eat
gay.
that shit. I'll
Have
just
a
get a real
camel
burger.
instead.
Have a dog burger if you go to Korea. I cancelled a reoccurring payment.
Oi!
Now, I've never done this in the history of time. I just change bank cards. Like, I'd rather just change bank cards than actually go through the process of finding your login, navigating to the page. Once you get to the payment page, figuring out where the cancel payment option is, going there, actually cancelling the payment. It was to GeoGuessr. Now, for anyone who's
That's
got...
$2 a month.
For anyone who's got... Yeah, but still, it's annoying. Okay,
Aaron is so happy.
Yeah.
Aaron's like, fuck yeah.
For
fuck
anyone
yeah.
who doesn't know, that's what started this whole YouTube journey. A year ago in January.
Oh, you just cancelled it now.
Yeah, so I've been paying years worth of GeoGuessr for no fucking reason.
That's crazy.
But boys, that makes me think, like, when was the last time you actually cancelled a reoccurring?
I'm on
payment?
that shit, bro.
Are you really?
Yeah, I have fucking alarms on it.
Same.
Jeez.
I'm sorry, I can't relate to that at all.
Damn.
I'm really good at fucking cancelling them. And actually, so is like the majority. It's funny that you're finally getting into the kick of it now, because same thing happened to Netflix. They lost a shit ton of fucking subscribers this quarter. And the people that are doing the analysis on it are saying that it's about time when people are realizing that they're subscribed to too many things. And they're going through it and they're unsubscribing.
Is that the reason? Because I haven't looked into the Netflix situation at all. That's interesting.
Well, every analyst has its own view.
Yeah, of course.
One of them was saying that now, like it's across the board.
Yeah.
People are unsubscribing to shit.
I wonder if things will change, because apparently in the coming months, Foxtel is having renegotiations with HBO because their deal's coming to an end and they're trying to like push it.
Oi.
But so right now, Foxtel has Foxtel Go, which is like their own kind of streaming thing, but it's not really. They also own Binge, which it's definitely in
Fox still
Australia.
own Binge.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
It's their streaming platform. And right now, Binge is essentially HBO Go, HBO Max or Go or whatever. So you can watch all the shit you want. They've got so much good quality shit. They don't have Breaking Bad, that's on Stan. But I think that The Walking Dead, they have fucking The Wire, Oz, Game of Thrones,
Entourage.
Euphoria, Entourage, like so many banging shows where it's like if you're watching Netflix, you want to hope that they create a cool original.
Yeah.
So I feel like these days people use Netflix for cartoons and original series.
Outer Banks.
Yeah,
Waiting
exactly.
for that one.
Yeah.
But with HBO, they've got pretty much all the hard hitters of the last 50 years.
Yeah.
But if they lose fucking HBO, Foxtel loses it, so does Binge. And if fucking Disney Disney, will they be able to get HBO? Is so gritty, I don't know if they'd get it. But if Stan or Netflix could get HBO,
Means
it might be
Foxtel's
a wrap
fucked.
for fucking Binge, and it might be a wrap for Foxtel. Because are you paying for Foxtel if you can't get the premiere content?
I think Foxtel's a sport thing.
I was about to say,
I
the
don't
only
think-
thing
yeah.
left for them is sports.
I've never been into Foxtel.
Kayo,
What's that?
Foxtel Sports.
Yeah, Kayo owns Foxtel. So
Huh?
Foxtel owns Kayo.
Oh, okay, really? Oh, well, that
I don't know
Kayo's
Foxtel
banging.
thing. Foxtel is crazy, hey. Like it's one of those things where you don't realize how many people have it.
It was a sign of wealth, I think, growing up.
Bro, you know
It
it's like
definitely
150 a month.
Yeah,
having that
shit's
Foxtel
fucked.
machine.
Shit's fucked.
It's so stupid, and it's not even that good.
Did you guys have
No,
it?
back in the day, it was worth it. Back in the day, maybe it wasn't worth it, but it was so good.
Yeah, yeah.
Like if you
Disney
had
Channel,
free TV, there was
Nickelodeon.
fucking nothing. But if you had
Fox
Foxtel, you had so many options before they started spinning off. When we were kids, there was just ABC.
Yeah.
Then they had ABC for kids and all this other kind of shit. 7 Mate, all those things.
For context, Foxtel is cable for Americans.
Yeah, exactly. Imagine not having cable in Australia.
Yeah.
Or in America.
In America, yeah.
Bro, free TV is pretty fucking good. So,
Not
Seven,
really.
mate.
Dude, we missed out on so many
7
shows.
Mate Seven Mate came out when we were in high school.
Yeah, I know, but I mean, don't
Like
really
we
have
had a
memory
big
beforehand.
portion of our life where we didn't even have 7 Mate. We had like 4 channels.
Bro,
Yeah.
we like my family
And
always
SBS.
was we were always these dickheads who had the latest fucking technology. We had a fucking 55-inch TV back when people still had the fat cathode ray TVs. and we had the latest DVD player, we had the latest Blu-ray, whatever, and we would have so many DVDs.
Arab things.
Like,
Materialism is big.
I never thought that I missed out. Like we had so many.
Probably had all the DVDs
movies,
to every show.
Yeah, and we would go on so many holidays to like cheap countries.
No, you're just flexing on us.
Where we could just like, especially because we're from the Middle East, so we would just get like a fat stack of DVDs for like $10.
Yeah.
And it's like 100 of the top best movies, and we'll just work our way through.
That was the greatest thing when people came home with like they went to Hong Kong or something like that, and they just give you like 50 DVDs.
Yeah,
like,
in the plastic sleeves.
Yeah, and some of them
sleeves.
wouldn't work, but and you're like rubbing a cloth on it to see if you can get off the scratches somehow.
Yeah,
and
toothpaste.
I never did toothpaste.
That was another strategy.
Oh, I never.
I found what I thought was the ultimate strap back in the day when my PlayStation games stopped working. I would get one of those blue cloths, like a blue dishcloth or whatever. I'd wet it with water, wipe it so it's still wet, and then I'd get tissues and put it on there and somehow dry it. And for some reason, it pretty much always worked.
Fucking magic.
shit.
It was the equivalent of the N64 where you used to grab the cartridge and go, which anyone who had an N64 knows exactly what I mean.
Exactly what you
That
mean.
was the immediate fix, Cheers for
boys.
listening to that, boys. That was a fun one. Remember to vote for who won the debate. Who gets set free, Bill Cosby or OJ? Write it down in the comments below. Hopefully that doesn't tank our fucking SEO,
Aaron was OJ, Basil was Bill Cosby.
And remember, if there's any tall, artsy guys who
Oh
are
my God.
interested in a brolic, good-looking fucking young buck, hit up Aaron.
Aaron's ready for you.
Aaron's ready for some dick. All right, boys. See you next time.
Thanks,
See you next
guys.
week.